That's how you want to start this off? With a burp?
Is it recording?
Yeah. That was recorded.
It's live?
Yeah. that was caught. That was on camera. That is exactly how this live started. You burping.
Okay, I'm gonna be legit from this point on. Legit.
You're just too legit to quit, huh?
Was it loud? Okay. Why did you tell me we started recording?
You saw me press the go live. You watched me do it and then burped.
Okay, I'm over it.
Oh, man. All right, I'm sharing. Shane, go share. Go get your phone and share.
It's on the charger.
Go get it and share.
You go get it.
What?
And I don't want to share this one.
Why?
Because I burnt.
It was on live. They'd have to go back.
Oh.
They'd have to, like, so anybody who watches this after, that's the first thing they're going to see. Oh, man. What up, everybody? Shout out to everybody who's in here. I'm just sharing live right now. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. You know, the whole nine. Shout out to all the members as well. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting there scrolling up and down the members. Give a big shout out to y'all in just a minute.
Can they see this?
Yeah.
Oh, they can see me scrolling?
Yeah.
I should not have done 2 more edibles for this. Actually, can you give me another one?
Oh, yeah? So you're going to be delusional? That's what you're trying to get to? Oh, man. All right. Let me put the comments back up.
I'm going to cough.
Oh, yeah? What up, Ross? What up, Logan? Wildlife Sanctuary, Allied Darkness, Emma Blue, what's going down? Let me set this right here so I can set my phone up on it. Boom, boom. Got the comments section right there. What's up with y'all, man? Let's get this started real quick with a big shout out to all the members, man. Shout out to all the members out there who, you know, are doing what they do. If you want to get your name shouted out personally by me in all the lives, the videos, all that stuff, make sure y'all, you know, go check out that join button down below and think about, you know, getting you a membership to the Mile High Mafia. You know what I'm saying? We got.
I want a membership.
You're a part of it already. You here?
Okay.
Unless you want to go pay $2.99, $4.99, or $9.99.
You would have to pay it for me. You got me.
Oh, man. Anyways, we got Nicole. Shout out to Nicole, too. That's a new member, as you can see. I kind of do it this way so you guys can, you know, check each other out and, you know, give each other praise for, you know, rocking with the family and with the team. We got Nicole, Token Tug, Casey Girl, Aaron, Taylor, Mama Dukes, Misty Summers, Lynn, Willow, Driver Thoughts, Mad Creeker, Lynn, Amy Jane Doe, Liz, Nugget, My Hood Life.
And Gary Willis.
And Gary Willis. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump into this first video. As y'all saw in the thumbnail, we about to watch the body cam footage from Boosie Badass's arrest that happened like, what was it, like 2 or 3 days ago?
It says right here.
Yeah, so 2-3 days ago, like I said, it was definitely this week because I saw the part of this little clip on Instagram. It was either Instagram or Twitter. And I was like, oh, I gotta go find like the whole situation, or at least the longest video I could find, because I'm sure there was probably some of this stuff that was left out, because I'm sure he's probably going to court for this or got some sort of case behind this. So yeah, anyways, let's jump into this and let's see how this whole situation unfolded, at least from what they gave us.
Birth control pills or something for my, you know, can't get pregnant from it. Yeah, I got a lot of hoes.
There has to be a shit ton of footage we ain't seen.
Yeah, we didn't see anything. Obviously, we're missing. Well, and maybe this is just like a lead up, because sometimes the law and crime police videos, and there's another police channel we do. They do like a little, like 15-second little teaser, and then it'll jump into like the actual video. So I'm kind of hoping that that's the case here, because I definitely need context for this whole situation. He said that birth control, my bitches. You know what I'm saying? My bitches. Like, oh shit.
Speaking of birth control, it's a birth control kind of day, huh?
Oh yeah, you got your birth control.
In my
High
house
five.
right now.
No babies. No babies over here. We
Except
done. No more babies. Look, and it did. It just switched. So we getting the start of it. Man, so Lucy got pulled over. They in the caddy, in the Escalade, the big boy truck.
016140.
Why are they pulled over in the middle of the road?
Aren't you supposed to pull over to the right? Well, there's really nowhere else for them to pull over, though. That is weird.
I'm like so lost, like bro, like I feel like that's like would be dangerous. Like you see this oncoming traffic, like that look dangerous.
But that's the movie.
When you see that, do you know why cops touch the back of your car?
Yes.
Why?
Something about their fingerprints being on your truck.
Yeah. So in case like something happens, then they can prove that they were.
Yeah.
in
Your
the
windows.
car.
Roll down your back window, please. Roll down your back window. Thank you. How you doing, man? Y'all doing good? You got your license on you, man? Damn, that shit nice, dude. Y'all doing good today?
He just said that something was nice. How you be pulling me over, checking my shit out like that? Like, damn, that
Who's
shit's nice, dude.
registered owner of this car, man? You are? Okay. You got your ID on you, man? Y'all doing all right today?
I wish his body cam was a little bit higher.
So the reason I pulled you over is because your tag, okay? I can't see your tag 50 feet from the rear, which is the state of Georgia. Did you?
There.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to there?
He ain't got arrested yet.
From where? Who took it from you before? I know that.
He said the police.
Appreciate it, man. All right, I'll be right back. Let me check things out, okay?
Honestly, I have no idea. And I really don't know. I call him Boosie. It's Boosie.
I'm there for whatever you had to be advised that Freaky 783, what's your TA out there?
ID. I wonder if that's one of his artists or something.
No, I got a lot of cash in 30 days.
February 20 should be pulling up.
This is a rapper. Like the fact that he just even zoned in on the so that must have been what
What was
he
on the
on the
dash?
dash,
Yeah.
yeah, that he was like, damn, bro, like that must have been what it was a bunch of money. But that's still like, how are you just gonna automatically assume some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
What?
it like Boosie is like I guess it's Georgia and that's a white cop, so you
If
right.
you see hella cash on the dash,
There's no many rappers in Atlanta though.
that is
And
weird.
all of them, not in Atlanta.
People just be keeping cash on their dashboard.
All the rappers just have cash.
So
I mean,
need
all
to-
of them have cards too,
so
but
we're
they
gonna
all
go
be carrying.
to Atlanta, and
You'll
I'm
see
gonna
all
see
sorts
all
of
the
money
cars
and cars.
in the
and-
dashboard.
It may not be on the dashboard, but still.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
rapper.
It's weird to see. They don't care that it's a rapper.
I think that needs to be taken into consideration.
I smell marijuana right here.
It's a rapper.
Yeah, they're from the party. I think we should move it over there because we're about to get deep in.
Here, it's dangerous.
Here. You need to lane the block. I'll block the lane with my car.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, I'm gonna take my driver out first, detain him, and then do that. Hey, step out for me real quick.
It's just a straight.
It's gonna be
But they
detained.
just went straight to detaining him? Like, no more questions, no nothing?
Well, what did they say? Did they say?
No, because they saw money
Alright,
on the
real quick.
dashboard. They detained him motherfuckers.
Alright?
So
Any
they
weapons
made
on you?
mention of it.
Knives, guns, drugs, any marijuana? Alright. Is there any marijuana in that car? 'Cause I'm getting a strong odor of it. Okay. Stand back here.
Your marijuana is still legal.
And I know Boosie
Alright, is
got
there
a
any
gun.
marijuana in that car, man, or any other drugs?
Nah, I'm smoking a blunt, bro. Like,
Okay.
bro,
You're good? I got you. As long as you're honest with me, I'm honest with you, okay? So
I
just stand
can't
by.
keep going through this, bro. Like, I
Well, you
just
gotta
can't,
also-
bro.
you also
I
gotta
can't, bro.
understand.
I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do
Marijuana
shit, bro.
It's illegal in the state of Georgia, okay?
Bro, like, bro, I gotta go to y'all superior
So
just
stand by.
file charge.
See, that's where it's kind of like one of those, like, before we get in, like, them fucking breaking shit down, because they going for show. And see, it wasn't even, like, on the dashboard. It was just in the car.
That's still a shit ton of money to just be chilling right there. I would have been like,
Not if you're a rapper. Like, that is part of, like, the rapper facade. Like, these are not regular people walking around. Like, they're rappers. Like, that is part of, like, the that's like putting on your draws.
does rappers get approved for credit cards and shit?
Yeah, but that's still a part of the fucking facade. When you're on Instagram, do you think you gonna flex with credit cards?
Yep.
Do you see them doing this with credit cards?
Why
No, you
not?
see them doing this with dollars, with $100 bills.
hella do
Are they
that.
doing phone call, the little phone call thing with credit
That's
cards?
why they get
No,
robbed.
with bricks of money.
You know
It's a
what?
part of the rapper like dress code.
Strippers are the only ones that should get robbed in that.
They're just they saw black money. It was like drug dealer.
Can they even go through their shit like that?
Well, because they smell weed, so now it's probable cause. It's Georgia, so since they smell weed, it's probable cause. He has diabetes. That's his fucking insulin.
Ooh,
Boosie,
Is this
yeah.
diabetes stuff?
Could be.
Yeah, Boosie
We
has
gonna pause some love real
diabetes.
quick.
So he's in his 30s. What up, Papa Smurf? Wildlife Sanctuary. Oh, yeah, I mean, he wasn't here since the beginning. I said hi to you already. Did you use that all? Yeah, I know. It's really weird how, like, I feel like the only reason they immediately made the judgment, like, I feel like they feel like they have probable cause because they're associating him with being a drug dealer. Like, that's kind of the gist that I'm getting. And then they're also using the weed smell as another justification, because once that's the case and they actually pulled him out of the car and detained him, now they can go through the car. So definitely crazy. This is a crazy situation. It like escalated really fast. He has a little ass eighth in the car.
Can we have that other unit film yet?
if I was a cop, I'd be like, I'm not doing this shit. I don't want to go through some of this shit for a
Like, this shit is wild, bro. Like, you aren't even finding shit for real. Like, you found a couple backwood packs, a fucking little nug. Maybe it's all, that looks like it's all 20s. So that you maybe $5,000 right there. Like, don't know, man. This is why Boosie did like was able to bond out right away. Like, this is some bullshit. I think he'll be able to beat this shit. Pay some fines and shit. Put all that money back, player. All that right back in the center console. Yeah. They'll just be taking it, Put all back.
Well, if he goes to jail, the rest of the island too, right? So they're gonna take him.
Well, it depends. They don't have to let go of money. They can arrest the money at the end of the day. Because they're just the 10. They're not fully on the arrest.
Is he the only one in it?
His! That's an Escalade. That's some presidential shit right there. Look at the whole little dash in front. You see that?
The registered owner. Well, he claims he's a registered owner. I didn't have to live.
What did he say? What did he say? He claims he's a what?
The registered owner. Well, he claims he's a registered owner. I didn't have to live.
Oh, he claims he is the registered. It's a car. Bought that shit cash, bro. He own that. I don't know if he bought it cash, but I do know it's Boosie's truck, though. What up, Sean? What up, Adam? This shit is some wild shit, bro.
I'm gonna show you how I get down when I get locked up. I'm gonna show you how I get down. I'm gonna make them bitches whoop me. They gonna get a charge. I'm gonna make them whoop me. When you come to them, I'm gonna
This nigga is mad. I'm gonna make him whoop me. Ooh.
I'm ready now.
Yeah, but this is bullshit, though.
Cause I'm tired, bro.
I ain't found enough weed in this bitch. You ain't even seen the blunt that this nigga was smoking. Where that blunt at?
We're coming up on the Virginia Road, exit 85 north. Traffic is still like street conditions on the door 90.
What up, Joe?
Yeah, pay me my when you take me. Pay me my mother. Don't get ignorant. Get ignorant with me. I'm gonna show them how I get down in the yard. Why? I'm gonna punch on the first white boy I see there. I'll slap the door on my damn break. And then none of them spit on that.
This is the part where I saw the little clip. Hold on, my bad, y'all. I'm about to just make us a little bit smaller for y'all so that we're not impeding so much of the screen. Just making us a tiny bit smaller.
It's because of your head.
Shut up. We both got big dome pieces. All right, let's go.
I'm guessing Kelly or Chance is kind of blue.
Full screen.
I'm no longer in pursuit. Give me a code 5, you can release traffic.
I'm ready now. I'm ready to go to jail. I'm ready to go viral. You can go and take me.
I mean, he beat
Go ride me out.
Right here, the radio traffic is
Go ride me out. I'm used to this.
he was on death row.
Where I'm from.
Yeah, he beat the
I
case.
got 39 arrests. I don't give a.
39 arrests?
I don't give a.
Nigga was a dope dealer.
Leave that.
And like I just said, beat a whole fucking death row case. Boosie is with the shits. Look, the fans going wild. Boosie! Man, don't get pulled over in Georgia, shit. Especially with a little bit of weed, they gonna tear your shit up. They looking through everything.
I'm out here for change. I'm tired. I'm tired. They can take me right now. I wouldn't give a. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, bro. I can't leave my house in peace, bro. I'm tired, bro. They can take me right now. For disrespect.
Man,
Take me
he
right
is
now. I wouldn't
angry.
give a.
The only thing, man,
I'm
like
fight the first mother.
the one thing I'm gonna say, being being that Boosie is such a big pot smoker, like even when we talked about moving out of Colorado, which is a legal state, like that was one of my big stipulations of why I didn't want to move to the South or like to a state that was illegal, because I know I still want to get high. And
even when we were in Mississippi, it was scary.
I'm just saying, like to have to worry about this type of shit. Like, cause here in Colorado, like the smell of weed in a car is not probable cause anymore. Like they can't just pull you out the car because they smell weed. They can't just arrest you or fucking search your shit because you smell like weed. So he just need to move, bro. Go to LA, man. You be out in LA all the time. Just move to LA. Shit, move to Florida, my nigga. Like you want to stay in the South, go to Florida. They legal. Shit, go to fucking Texas. It's decriminalized in fucking Texas. You can go stay there and not have as much goddamn problems. Like, I just go to Oklahoma, nigga. That shit ain't that far from Georgia. That shit's fully legal. That's recreational legal and everything. Like, this is the one thing that just bothers me about people. Like, I get it, you a rapper. Atlanta's like the hub of music right now. But being that he's independent, like he can, and has the means to move around, bruh, go. You know what I'm saying? Go to a legal state, man. Go to a legal state.
I see in there. I'm gonna tell y'all. We gonna tear that up. We gonna tear that up.
I don't feel like they found shit. I mean, they found less than an eighth.
I swear to God, because I'm tired, bro.
Just be like, here, dump this shit on the side of the road and go about your day.
I'm getting pulled over my people. I'm getting targeted, bro. My license plate is white. I'm targeted.
Highway 138, unit 1609. 1609, covering living room motion on a resident.
I'm ready. Alright. Put me in bed of that mother. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, behind me. I'm ready to get down.
2712.
I'm ready.
2712.
He is mad. I swear to God. As soon as I get in there, tearing that bitch up. I swear to God. That's my nigga Boosie
They still going.
Nigga. There's the birth control pills that he was talking about in the beginning. And they gave us that
He
little.
gives his bitches
William.
control. Like, here you go. Take your pill every morning.
Yeah, come on. Wait for you. Close. Is it? Does it have a name on the front of it?
It looks like birth control.
Bruh, right. It even has the days like Monday, Tuesday. Like, what the fuck?
Birth control pills or something for my. You know, can't get pregnant from me. Yeah, I got a lot of hoes in my house right now. Yeah.
He's got a lot of hoes of what?
Sucking dick at the house right now.
Right now.
He said, I can't have none of these hoes getting pregnant. Shit, they on that birth control right now. Shit, too many of these hoes at the house right now.
In my house right now. If anybody won't think,
What up, Sarah? What up, Brian?
He said if anybody wants their dick sucked, let me know.
I could fight. I would throw them in the office. All the niggas do is take out their bag and they gun. And I'm going to throw them with you in the parking lot. I'm like this, man. I moved out here for training. I'm finna sell my shit.
Look, yeah, sell that shit, move to a legal state, nigga. Go to somewhere where you can legally have weed, bro. He just randomly got like $100 in the glove compartment and shit. Bruh, he is going in. He is just angry, bro. You know what the coolest part about this situation is, though? Like, this is a rich nigga. And you see the french fries and all the bullshit on the floor and shit. Like, this a regular nigga. This a regular nigga with money right here. God damn, Boosie. That nigga said, fuck it. Look, the ketchup packet down there and everything.
got like $10,000 in there too.
Oh, my nigga.
Don't
That's how you
I know
know Boosie
exactly
a
how
real
much I
nigga,
got.
bro.
Don't with it.
He drive his shit.
Put my on the seat. Don't. That's my bond money. Don't with it. And I got receipts for it. I just left the bank. I got another cashier checking inside that door. There's a cashier checking inside that door also for a large amount of money. Please don't with it. Right now, I swear to God, I'm gonna follow them. Turn around and follow them.
Yeah.
Straight to y'all.
He's being intense. They can't take that shit. Bro. They can't even check, like, search their
I'm
person.
tired, and I'm ready to go to jail. Let's roll, man. Get away from me. I'm tired.
Like, what else are you looking for, though? Like,
Car is not stolen.
Hell
Registration
yeah.
is right. The tag is right.
nigga, did he? Okay, so, and that's the craziest part. I know y'all just saw that. He said when he originally pulled him over.
He pulled him over for the tag.
Right, and he said they weren't visible from 50 feet away. Nigga, they're not even in the back of the window that's tinted. It was on the back of the fucking truck where it should be. And it's a tip tag.
I know, but is it like...
No, look.
Car is not stolen.
It's the same.
Registration is right.
It's the one that the DMV
The
gave me.
tag is
Look, it's a regular ass DM. That's a regular ass plate. How are you, nigga? They straight pulled this nigga over because he's driving a Cadillac with them dark ass tint windows and was like, drug dealer. Oh yeah, I'd be mad too. I'm mad for you, Boosie. Oh, that's some bullshit.
It was some bullshit.
Bullshit. Oh man. They said yo, old boy originally said his plates was not visible.
With my vehicle. If I
Nigga,
play soccer or
what?
baseball, you wouldn't with my vehicle. You will stop me for an autograph.
Yeah, they knew. They ran the place and was like, oh, it's a nigga. They didn't even, the cop didn't know that it was Boosie, for sure. He saw his real name and was like, oh, this is
Seven stops
a
in
nigga.
2 weeks. How can I live?
I ain't got nothing but just that little bit that we found.
Did he just say that sucks?
Yeah,
Did he just say we couldn't find nothing and boy just say that sucks? Nigga, no he didn't. No he didn't.
I ain't got nothing but just that little bit that we found.
Wow.
Did he say that sucks? Or that sounds like... I feel like he said that sounds like something.
No, bro, I swear he said that sucks. He said, I swear he said that sucks. So what are we gonna do? Hold on, let me see if we could turn the subtitles on
right
and
there.
see. Yeah, it's on.
I mean, in reality, that's a...
Oh, come on, I gotta go back so the subtitles can catch up.
How can I live? Oh, 7 stops in 2 weeks. How can I live?
I ain't got nothing but just that little bit that we found.
They can't. I swear he said that sucks. What are we gonna do, bro? I swear that's what he said. I don't care what nobody said. That's what I'm hearing.
He said he did.
I swear that's what I'm hearing, bro. That he's saying that sucks. Well, what are we gonna do? Like, what do you mean? What are you gonna do? Like, this is a clear, like this right here. Boosie about to get off on this shit, bro. This some bullshit right here. This some bullshit. You don't even have enough to actually do anything, because I'm pretty sure Georgia might actually be a state that might be decriminalized. So the fact is he don't have enough for you to actually even fucking arrest him, because most states that are decriminalized, you can have up to an ounce in most of these places. So you better let him go, bro. Y'all better take them goddamn fucking cuffs off and let Buddy go. If they actually took him to the fucking...
But, I mean... It's not big enough for me.
Yeah, it's not big enough for me.
weed. You didn't do anything. There's no tickets. You say you couldn't see your license plate. There's no ticket, bro. Can't see this.
This shit is fucking wild. Boosie, you need to sell this house immediately, my guy.
Alright.
Sell that shit ASAP, son.
So here's the deal. Alright. I need you to relax, okay?
Ain't no relax, bro. Y'all put us on for the. Can you explain the ticket? So what did you stop?
Look. I couldn't see your shit. What do you mean you can't see that shit, nigga? I can see this shit from your goddamn camera, bro. I can read the numbers on that bitch damn near, bro. The fuck?
For the tag.
What's wrong with the tab? It says 705.
Correct. Well, you can't see the letters 50 feet from the rear, which is state of Georgia state law.
What letters? You see the numbers.
You can't see that 50 feet.
Nigga, that's the one they gave me from the DMV. What are you talking about? That's the one. He lives in Georgia. So that means he got it from your fucking DMV.
Just listen. This is what we're gonna do.
Wow.
Alright. I'm gonna give you the citation for marijuana. Alright?
For the smell of marijuana.
No, you'll be fine.
Cars on the floor.
There's some bags. There's two bags.
You found a fucking petty ass little bullshit sort of an eighth
That's it.
that had full bunch of hairs in it and
Get
shit.
on about your business.
Some bullshit.
Are we good? Okay. But take the handcuffs off. We gotta sit in the car.
Wow. This shit is fucking buck wild, boy.
I just need y'all to relax, man, okay?
I got you. Let me go. I'm going to file charges right now.
I got you. Just have a seat and I'll be right back.
Don't shake your head at me like, nigga, what? Fuck
Let me
you.
get that.
You a bitch.
It's under your seat, real quick. So don't stand in the traffic. Don't stand in the traffic. Just stand there.
You found this
all your
bullshit
cash
ass
and
fucking
everything is
eighth
in the
bag
category.
that don't even have a whole eighth in it, nigga. You could throw that shit on the fucking ground and keep it pushing. You're a bitch.
You can have this. There's really not much in there, okay? This $5 was in your bag. All right. Hey man, have a seat for me. And I'll be right with you, okay?
Boy, that old funky ass little fucking weed you found on the ground that nobody was gonna smoke because it was on the ground, nigga. That shit was on the ground.
And before I show you this charge is a city charge, okay? So it's not even.
Let me
So
show
this
you.
is- this is
Let
what
me
I
show
found.
you this little bit of ass fucking little bit of weed, my nigga.
Okay.
This is gonna get thrown out in
who's
court,
gonna
you
take the-
stupid motherfucker. You.
Gonna take both of them.
This shit got me saying
Okay.
this shit.
Alright,
Bro.
stand by.
They desperate for real, Emma. You ain't even lying. Oh my god. Georgia, y'all took an L on this one.
Hey, do you have the paperwork for the truck? Or do you know where it's at?
I think probably registration or something. He said the back registration he was talking
What
about.
happened? Why wasn't that the first thing that you did?
Like I said, he opened the window, he saw money, and asked no other questions. He saw money and was like, I smell weed. No, nigga, you saw black people in a nice ass Escalade, a bunch of money, and immediately thought drug dealer. Let's be fucking real about this shit. Especially right now in Atlanta, because the DA in Atlanta right now is some shit. She over.
Where's the fucking paperwork?
Okay, no problem.
Take me to jail. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can do what you want.
I need to get the pen though.
I don't give a fuck. You can take me or
I
not.
got you.
He is so hot, bro. I would be hot too.
He
Like,
said he's been pulled over 7 times
in
in
2
2 years.
weeks, yeah. He need to move. Sell that house, bro. Sell that house and leave Georgia. Just get the fuck out of Georgia, bro.
Hey, What year is this?
2022.
Okay.
Brand new Escalade.
I'm almost done. I just gotta do the vehicle stuff. And then y'all can get out of here.
Bro, you such a fucking wiener, bro. This cop is a wiener, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm Bruce's business manager. I have the dealership on the line. I guess
That's
there's
fine.
a
I got
problem
you.
with his paperwork.
There is, but we got it all figured out. So you're good. But he does need to get.
Insulin. I know.
Yeah, that's
I'm so sorry.
right. No, you're all right.
You don't apologize to that fucking bum. He's a bum. He's a bum. That cop is such a fucking wiener, bro. God, he was such a wiener. I don't even have nothing to say nice about that cop, bro. All them cops was just assholes in my opinion. There was nothing nice you could say about any of them, bro.
Yeah, there was no reason.
Oh man. All right, drunk off-duty cop flees police at 100 miles an hour. Look, we continuing it on. We got off-duty cops being assholes in this.
2022, a Monroe County deputy was conducting traffic enforcement in Key Largo, Florida.
Key Largo.
The deputy observed
Red
a
Cat,
white.
but were you pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks?
What did he say?
Were you pulled over 7 times in 2 weeks? Oh, and mind you, were you asked for your license and registration first? Because they didn't even ask him for license and they asked him for their license and then no registration, no nothing. They saw money and was like, "Oh, I saw a bunch of money." He even said that in the beginning of the video. You have to go watch that whole video to understand the frustration that everybody is having. Because I don't think that you watched that whole video. But anyway, let's
Chrysler
continue.
traveling 108 miles per hour in the posted 45-mile-per-hour zone.
How fast was he going?
Too fast. Too goddamn fast.
The deputy activated his emergency lights and attempted a traffic stop. However, the Chrysler showed no signs of stopping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the title of the video says it.
Drive recklessly through traffic and accelerated over 110 miles per hour.
That's light work compared to some of the videos we've seen. 110, some of these people be getting up to like 150 and shit. Like 50?
Eventually, the Chrysler pulled over and the deputy ordered the driver out of the car.
Well, he realized he was about to lose his job.
The driver was later identified as 26-year-old Donovan Rojas.
Damn.
Get the fucking car! How many people in the car?
He is about to blow
Get out of the car!
Vessel. What up, Taylor?
Get out of the fucking car!
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, let me see hands.
Hands up in the air!
Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around.
Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the fuck up. Get right over here. I don't give a fuck who you are. Get on your goddamn knees. Yeah, I'm a cop.
Oh, you are?
I'm a cop. And you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your fucking knees.
Yeah.
Donovan
I'm a
then
cop,
claimed he was
bro.
a Miami-Dade police officer, and the Chrysler was his unmarked agency vehicle.
You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Right. What? He is lit.
He is
Oh, buddy said, why are you acting like that, man? Like, he is not all there, bro. He does not fully comprehend that he was just doing over 100 miles an hour running from the police as a cop. Come on, bro. You're not a cop no more. You are a former cop. He's an ex-cop. I don't know.
Be quiet. Don't say another word. You hear me?
After placing him in handcuffs,
Did you hear
the
that?
deputy observed an odor of intoxicants coming from his person. Glassy
he did
eyes.
Hella, he said,
Shut your fucking mouth, bro. Yeah, that's how you protect your cops. He is still a cop. I almost can guarantee you that shit.
Oh, man.
Shut your fucking mouth, bro.
Oh, man. He did hella just. Oh,
Blurred
bruh.
speech.
Everything's cool, Sergeant. Organizer? Of course. We gotta check this car first. There's guns, radios, and all kinds of shit. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, every once in a while I get stuck on that.
Release the extras.
All kinds of shit. Well, I mean, if it's an unmarked car.
Holy fucking shit. Jesus.
It's always cop gear.
What?
He just said, at least he ain't ours.
Sarge, I can't see you. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me. No, he's drunk. Did you turn that? Did you turn
Did
that
not just go smashing down the fucking road in a fucking unmarked
No,
cop
the
car.
best part about this
He is so
look, they're trying to figure out why the lights are on. So this nigga, because they weren't on when he went by everybody,
He probably turned
so
that
he
shit on,
pulled
right?
over and turned the lights on. What was like, shit, I'm a cop too. Why are we running?
Who we chasing?
Right, who we chasing? Maybe I can help him out.
Son of a bitch.
Bro, they are like flabbergasted. Look, they are flabbergasted like, fuck. Dog. Really, nigga? Like, we don't need this shit right now? Like, damn. Like, that's why old buddy, when he saw it, he was like, bro, I'm so happy he's not one of ours.
Look, it says we have lost a few cops due to drug driving.
Wow, that's crazy, Joe.
Inside the vehicle were 2 Glock firearms, a Miami-Dade police ID and badge, a body-worn camera, a tactical vest, and other law enforcement equipment.
He ain't even bullshitting. He was for real. His
Hey,
ass
bro,
was
what's
definitely a
wrong?
cop.
Cop.
He was not even joking, bro. That's the saddest part about it, is he was fucking dead serious when he came out the car like, what's the deal? What's wrong? I'm a cop too. Like, he was walking up to them like, what up,
Okay,
buddies?
do you have a... Let's do this by the books. Do you happen to have a Miranda card?
Oh, man, they're like,
They want to make sure that
Yup.
everything is PG clean. Let's do this by the
Boss, what's your
book.
first name?
right.
Don.
Like, we're recording. We gotta go ahead.
That's your first name? Okay. Don't say anything just yet. Understand me?
Oh, he's... The fact... Look, I'm so shocked right now
He
that
is-
these... Look, because we've watched a bunch of body cam footage,
I bet.
and they've actually, like certain things, like, they'll literally kill the audio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm shocked as shit right now that part of the audio is not, like, blank. Like, where they don't just make shit go silent for that little brief 2 seconds of him being like, shut the fuck up. Don't say shit yet. Like, god damn, he is like coaching this nigga. Like, they are just highly disappointed in him. They're like on some Big Brother status.
Before I
for
ask you
real.
any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have a right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I get it, really?
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, sir.
Okay. I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Are you willing to perform field sobriety as assessed to dispel my
Who the
suspicion
fuck
of
do
drinking?
you think I'm talking to?
Oh,
With your
man.
drunk ass. Who the fuck do you think I was talking to?
Is this an agency vehicle? Yes, sir.
Son of a bitch. She's like, fuck. This is only getting worse and worse as this shit goes. Like, goddamn. Oh, man. But hold up. I got to do one thing. Yo, Red Cat, I want you to, like, really understand that we don't, like, we watch a lot of these videos. You go back and watch a lot of our reactions to these videos, whether it just be pre-records or previous live reactions. And we don't, all of us here, we give fair criticism to everybody. All colors. You know what I'm saying? Fucking rainbow. So, but we are not afraid to call a spade a spade. So I'm just saying, I just highly think you should just go back and watch that video just one at a time. We also gave criticism to Boosie too, because he need to just move his ass out and to go to a legal state so he don't have these problems with weed no more. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we get it, you know, but let's just watch and have a good time.
This is his agency car. Huh? This is his agency car.
What's the type of action?
I just asked him how to run the tag. I just got here. Since he doesn't want to talk, he refuses to field sobriety exercises. Absolutely, he's fucked up. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It is what it is. I will notify.
What are we going to do? Do you want rotation, or what are we going to do with the car?
We're going to do rotation.
Okay.
But everything that's agency related, we need to take and store, because I don't want to be responsible for in-cars, firearms.
Yep. Yeah, if we can do them solid and let them know that they got all this shit here, if they have somebody local that can come and pick it up. So
damn, he had
I don't
a
mind
shield in this shit, 2 blocks, extra clips.
Scott,
I don't even know what to do yet.
They did tell him not to talk. Like, at this point, I feel like they're really putting on a facade for the sake that, like, there's probably 4 or 5 of these motherfuckers who got body cams on right now. Yeah. So they, you know, they got to make it look like it was being done by the books, even if at the end of the day, there's a slap on the wrist, you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't do that shit again type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she's probably right that he probably didn't end up really losing.
Sandy?
We'll see. Sometimes they tell us at the end. Sometimes they tell us.
I got him up to 111.
And I know he saw my lights.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as he passed me.
Something, God. Like, he hella just didn't stop. Like,
he never slowed down until
I was directly behind him and he still kept going. He was weaving in and out of traffic.
And he's not on duty, so he shouldn't be running code.
Well, he didn't have those lights.
The lights were not on.
No, those lights weren't on when he passed me. And
he turned them on when you pulled him over
because they weren't facing me anyway.
This one's when it like fell down anyways.
Yeah, that you can barely see here. And the visor lights were not on when he passed me, so I don't know if he.
No, that wasn't.
It's like falling down.
All right,
Let me get my.
Tell me what do you want me to take all this stuff, or what do you want to do with it?
Yeah, we're gonna take it for now until we can figure out.
Okay, let me grab some stuff to put it all in. Original speed was 107. He got so far away from me after I turned on my lights that I couldn't get a speed. Once I got close enough, when he was still fleeing, it was 111. That was the top speed that I was able to record. Andy, if you want to just toss whatever you get, here's a box. You can toss all his stuff that we need to take. I'm going to take him to the Roth. If you just want to drop it off.
This shit is wild.
Yeah. So I'll leave this here so you have somewhere to put everything.
These are just chilling.
Donovan, I'm trying to get all your stuff to somebody safe. Can we contact your immediate supervisor?
Yeah, I do.
Can we contact your immediate supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You need to help me out.
I'm going to need him to help me out.
We don't want to put it into property. We want to see if we can get it to a supervisor. Okay? Preferably your supervisor and keep it under wraps. So, do you happen to have his name and phone number?
Bruh.
You already invoked your right to remain silent, so I'm not going to ask you any questions, bro, man. Bro, this is not the highlight of my day.
I know.
Bro,
I'm sorry, brother, but
Yep, don't say anything else.
Don't say shit.
Shut
You know
the
how many
fuck
people
up.
are involved in this?
Hey,
I get you, bro,
man.
but like, bro, we're supposed to take care of our own, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Nigga, like, I've been doing this shit for 6.5 years, bro.
And if I came to your county and I put you in this position,
Hey, I'll take you home, like.
you take me home.
Oh,
Your soldier shows up on scene, and
Hell
everybody's
yeah.
got cameras.
This is Mommy Day, baby. We take care of you. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we're supposed to do.
I know that's what we're supposed to do, but unfortunately, I can't do that.
Alright, bro.
Damn. He just hurt Buddy's whole feelings. He just
You're
went.
gonna tell me I go to Miami-Dade and I
His
flee
whole
from the
heart was
cops?
crushed.
I'm gonna walk home?
Brother,
what you
I
telling me?
didn't even notice you were fleeing.
Nah, man, come on. Don't give me that bullshit. We're supposed to be brothers, right?
I won't never flee for you. That's why I pulled over. Trust me.
Yeah.
Simply line, right?
Come on, boss.
Take him to jail.
Jump in.
Family. You okay?
Yeah, bro, you know I can't turn off my camera. Come on. Nobody sat in this chair has ever thought they did anything wrong. Okay? But today, I'm not gonna listen to any shit about how I did this. Okay? All right. Just have a seat, boss.
He
Donovan
said,
refused to
"Fuck that."
participate in standardized field sobriety tests or provide a breath sample.
Of course, because they didn't have
What's up, my man? He's in the front because he's a cop. Okay? So,
He's on the phone with his
I gotta get
What?
off the phone. I'll
No,
talk to you.
he wasn't.
Let you
He
rest.
didn't say that. He said he's in the front because he's a cop. But he gave him his phone, so he's back there talking to his supervisor like, bruh, come get me right now. What kind of fuck shit is that? That's how you know cops be getting off on some shit, bro. Hey, man, if you want to get away with some shit, go be a cop.
Phone calls are just a
They
little
take
bit-
care of them. They take care of each other, apparently.
They told me to get off the phone now.
These two citations, I need you to sign. It's not an admission of guilt. It just says you received them, all right? All right. Give them the gentleman your phone.
How you doing? I got some questions. Do you have any contact anybody with COVID? COVID? You have COVID vaccine? You have the medical condition, require medication, high blood pressure,
He
diabetes?
really just takes them act like
He wasn't even right. They really didn't. They didn't say nothing about his phone. Look, they just shook his head like, really, bro? Like, you
Donovan
brought
has
this-
worked with Miami-Dade police since 2016. According to interim police director George Perez, Donovan has been relieved of his duties without pay.
That was it.
Donovan was charged with felony fleeing and eluding an officer and misdemeanor driving under the influence.
Okay, did they take his
He
badge?
also received citations for the two charges and a written traffic warning for speeding.
Get your job, whatever it is, what it is.
Three cop
Okay, so
cars.
tell us what he actually got because they charged him
literally
with
lit
it.
you up
but
right
they-
What was the fun?
Right,
What
what was the
next to
punishment?
you?
Like you charged
And
him,
you
but
still
what?
kept going at 111. Next to you. Next to you.
And I pulled over, right?
No, bro. No, you didn't pull over. You went for another 3 miles.
And what's 3 miles later? Like right there, right? I literally saw the next turn, boom, pulled over.
You thought that was the
Yes.
next turn for 3
I'm
miles?
telling you, they didn't charge
Oh,
him. He got
man.
charged with all that bullshit, but none of that
Oh
shit stuck.
man, yeah, none of that
Bet.
stuck. He definitely got off. That is wild. That is buckle wild right there. Shit, man. All right, let's go see Slap Ham. The last video we did from
It's
Slap
El
Ham
Hee.
was pretty decent. All right, some freaky footage is scaring thousands of viewers. All right, you ready, man? Oh shit! Oh, I saw that one the other day. Hold
Oh
on.
my
Oops.
god. Oh my god.
We saw that one on the last scary video live.
After recently moving to a new home, TikTok user Chubby Goopy began to experience some strange things. Objects began to move unaided, taps would turn themselves on, and there was just a general unsettling vibe that filled the house. It wasn't long before home security cameras captured some of the bizarre activity. In this first clip, captured in early June 2022, we can see the homeowner watching some TV when suddenly something weird happens. Watch.
Oh shit! You made me throw my blunt. Damn.
See, this is why we need a cat.
No, we don't need a cat.
Look at that cat.
Yeah, it's fucking. The dogs see fucking ghosts too.
Our dog will get in our bed and try to crawl underneath us.
That cat ain't gonna do nothing.
Watching that
either.
again, an object falls off a shelf.
What the just happened? What the just happened?
The OP notes that her cat got up just seconds before the object fell, almost as if it knew something was off.
It like looked at it before it fell too.
Uh-huh.
What the just happened?
On June 19th,
just
more
sat there
eerie
like, damn,
footage
bitch,
was
what you about to
captured, this
do?
time in the bedroom. Take a look.
What up, Texas Proud? What up, DJ Loach?
The footage is sped up, but you can see that the door opens and closes seemingly all by itself. Then this happens.
What would you do?
The washing
That's some shit
basket
that I
slowly
do. I
moves
walk in
towards the
room and
bed.
start slapping shit off counters.
No, what if your clothes hamper started creeping towards you and shit?
I pee immediately.
Then something falls off the fireplace as the washing basket moves further towards the bed.
Wake up,
Spooked
Tim.
by the
He said,
event,
"What
the
the
homeowners initially tried to
Wake the
rationally
fuck up,
explain the
Tim.
bizarre
I know
footage.
you see this
First,
shit.
they thought perhaps an earthquake had vibrated the washing basket across the room.
Earthquake.
The couple even tried
But
testing
nothing
the
else
angle
fell?
of the floor with water to see if there was a slant that could explain the movement. It wasn't long before their minds drifted into the realms of the paranormal for an explanation.
That's the only
According to a comment
explanation
made
was
by
some
the
shit
OP,
like that.
they're looking for a medium to help with the situation.
You need like 6
They've also
priests.
pleaded to their followers on TikTok for help and guidance through
This
this
is my
bizarre set
fiance.
of events. Naturally, a lot of viewers said that they
We're
should
actually
have
getting
their
married
house
in,
blessed by a priest
October.
immediately, with some genuinely
Jamaica,
worried for the couple's
Jamaica.
safety. This is an ongoing story and one that we'll continue to keep our eye on. So for now, these eerie happenings will have to remain
dark
a
shadow.
mystery.
Maybe for sure.
Oh my god, no.
You
This
not with
next
the
piece of
shits?
creepy footage was shared to
ain't
TikTok by TikTok Paranormal. Its
You
origins
would have
are
woke me up
unknown.
like.
The clip begins with a contractor doing some work in a newly renovated house. He's alone, but suspects there may be a squatter somewhere in the building as he keeps hearing
A squatter?
noises.
A squatter.
Anybody here?
He explores the house, calling out to see if there's anyone there.
Hello?
That is a big ass house.
That's when a door seems to move by itself.
Hello?
Nope. Time to go. I'm out that bitch.
He looks in the room, but there's nothing there. Then suddenly, this happens.
No, bitch. No.
Oh, hell no.
bitch.
Nigga, do not go down there.
God.
He left his phone. He left his phone.
Watching that again, as the contractor calls down into the basement, the lights flicker on and off, and we can hear something rattle.
Oh, that shit scared me again.
Who is it?
Something scares the man so much that he drops his
Bruh.
phone and runs
ran.
away.
You hear the front door slam. He left that shit.
Bye,
Look
bitch.
at you with the phone that's been
He
left
was like,
behind.
bye, bitch.
Look, that's the
Nope,
most
you're not
gangster
doing
shit
that
ever. I would have
shit.
been on the same type of time. Like, nah, I'm cool. Like, as soon as I would have dropped that shit, like,
Fuck no,
out
that
that
Look
bitch.
shit
at what
scared the
happens
fuck
next.
out of me.
Something appears to move the phone. Eventually, the man returns to get his phone. The clip then ends shortly thereafter, and we're left wondering what it is we just witnessed. No one seems to know if the camera holder actually saw something in the basement or not,
Nah,
but a
nigga
lot
just
of
got
viewers
scared.
are
He
calling
heard some
this
shit
a
and said,
genuine
"Fuck that."
poltergeist haunting. The fact that the man dropped his phone and ran lends some credibility to this encounter, with a lot of comments adding that he seemed genuinely scared.
Who is it?
Throw the whole house away.
Right? Set that shit on
Fucking
fire.
house away.
Burn it down.
The clip has since gone viral, racking up more than 6 million views at the time of writing. With literally
Man.
thousands of comments, it seems no one can quite explain this eerie encounter.
New phone. Who this, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want the phone either. Fuck that. You can keep that
User
shit.
Horror Talk has shared a clip that's left a lot of
I need to
TikTok
get an
users
upgrade
confused
anyway.
and a little frightened. Take a look.
And as you can see, there's obviously a really very clear planet that is right north of the sun.
As you can see, there's a mysterious
They
orb
see
of
like
light
Mars
just
or
above
some
the
shit?
sun.
Clear planet that is right north of the sun.
The camera holder then shows the moon in the sky in the opposite direction.
And wow, I would love to say it was the moon, but since the moon happens to be right here on the opposite side, there's no way it is.
The uploader suggests that this might be a glitch in the simulation, with an error accidentally showing an additional sun.
No.
Oh, just look at that planet just beaming and shining right now. Somebody tell me what it is. Thank you.
Some commenters joked that
like
we're
some
living on
alien shit.
Tatooine, the famous sandy
like
planet
a
from the
glare
Star
off of
Wars
her phone or
universe
some
that has
shit.
2 suns.
Since we all have been taught in school that Mercury and Venus do not show up, oh, just look at that planet just beaming and shining right now.
While this footage is definitely mysterious, there
That's
might be
weird.
a logical explanation.
that's what I was thinking,
It's
a
called
lens
a
flare.
sundog. This is an atmospheric optical illusion caused by ice crystals refracting sunlight. The result is a bright spot on one or both sides of the sun. So while there is a perfectly
Sundial,
sound
look, Tony said
explanation
it
for
right
this
as he
footage, it
said
would
it.
certainly be strange to see in person.
That is right north of the sun.
That would be
And
weird
wow,
as
I would
fuck
love
to
to say it
see.
was the moon, but since the moon happens to be right here on the opposite side, there's no way it is. Oh, just look at that planet just beaming and shining right
Yeah, it
now.
doesn't look like a
Somebody
planet.
tell
That's
me
why I was
what
like, man, it looks like a
is.
weird like
Thank
refraction
you.
of the light, like a weird. Yeah.
This eerie little clip was shared to TikTok by user Razor Tails.
Why do they got
The
all...
OP says
What
that
is
her
with
mum
that
gave
blanket though? Why did the blanket have a bunch of pentagrams and all that shit on it? Like, you asking for evil and shit.
TikTok
The
by
fuck?
user Razor Tails. The OP says that her mum gave her stuffed teddy bear to them when they moved out of home. She's always been fond of it, but recently she noticed eerie things happening. They claim that the bear, on occasion, will move on its own. In this clip,
I'd
the
have
title
throw that
claims
shit
that
away
the
in a
bear will
heartbeat.
only move when she leaves the room. Take a look at what happens.
Oh, hell no.
As you can see, the bear begins to move. This clip went viral, and after it racked up millions of views, thousands of commenters were freaked out by the sighting. Some called for the toy to be burned or for a priest to splash it with holy water. However, a lot of people noticed a telling detail that
There was a
reduces the creep
finger.
factor
Watch.
significantly. At the 9-second mark, just before the bear moves, there's a distinct cut in the shot. The lighting changes and something on the right-hand side of the bed seems to move. So it would seem this is a fake yet fun little bit of footage for TikTokers to thumb over late at night.
Yeah, slightly.
Before we take a look at an eerie sighting on an old Royal Navy warship, remember to hit that
kinda cool
subscribe
looking.
button, then tickle that little
Yeah, hit
bell
that
icon there
subscribe
and turn on
button.
all channel notifications.
Yeah,
that
that
way
one
you'll be
there, they said that
notified
it
every
was,
time we drop our scary
What up,
creepy
Tilted T?
videos.
Yeah, no, it's that one was fake. That was the Caparoni. It
Personal
was good,
trainer
though,
and
at the
part-time
beginning.
ghost hunter Tony Ferguson, whose footage we've featured before, claims he spotted an eerie spectre on an old Royal Navy warship. In March 2018, Ferguson was investigating the HMS Victory when he felt like someone was watching him from the shadows. He claims he couldn't see anything in person but felt like he should film the area to try and catch some evidence. When he reviewed his footage, he was stunned at what he saw. Take a look at the clip.
The show, Brian.
At a little after 8 p.m, the camera shows a figure of a person walking in the distance. Ferguson claims it's the spirit of Admiral Nelson's wife, Frances Fanny Nelson. He notes that the sighting took place in the upper chamber, an area restricted to high-ranking officers. This is where Admiral Nelson and his wife would have spent a significant amount of time together.
How did
The
you not
HMS
see that
Victory
shit?
first set sail in 1765 and played a significant role at the Battle of Trafalgar on the 21st of October, 1805. The 104-gun warship has had several captains over its lifespan before it was relegated to the dry docks in Portsmouth, England in 1922. Since then, it served as a naval museum of sorts, but is still technically part of the Royal Navy and is the world's oldest naval ship still in commission.
That's cool.
Over the years, visitors and Navy personnel have claimed to have seen ghostly figures on board the ship. Often, it's just a shadowy presence out the corner of an eye, but when they go to have a proper look, there's nothing ever there. Tony Ferguson claims he's always had a knack for spiritual encounters and says his granddad was haunted by a presence his whole life. He believes supernatural entities may be drawn to him, and that's why he was able to capture the sighting on board HMS Victory. So given its long and storied past, it certainly does make you wonder whether some kind of residual energy may be lingering on board this old Navy war vessel. Perhaps the trauma of war has left its mark for eternity.
I just don't like. Was he like? How do you not? That look like a whole ass person, bro. You see that shit in real life? That shit look like a whole ass motherfucking person just kind of walking around over there. What the fuck? That would have been some creepy shit to see. All right, where's you said Mr. Nightmare. Where's Mr. Nightmare? I know I follow him too.
Right there.
Oh, boom. Oh, and Sir Spooks has a new one too. Oh, and there's a new Chilling Scares. Let's see. The Thunderstorm one? You want to watch the 3 scary thunderstorms? All right. 4 unsolved disappearances. Ooh, what is Mr. Spooks? Ooh, okay. We got a few. All right, let's check out this scary thunderstorms. It's supposed to rain actually.
This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon is a wireless audio brand that's continuing to prove that premium audio doesn't need to put a big dent in your wallet. With my content being very audio-based, many of you likely use headphones to listen to my videos. I personally use my Raycons whenever I'm at the gym, going for a run, or even cleaning up the house. What I personally love is the...
Shout out to the Raycon sponsorship, but we don't got that. Story number 1.
I've always loved thunderstorms ever since I was a kid, and so does my 6-year-old son. Anytime there's a storm, my son and I will sit in the backyard under the gazebo and just watch and listen. This was on a hot, stormy August night in Florida.
Hell yeah, wildlife.
As soon as we heard the first strike of lightning in the living
Willow?
room, my son jumped up and said, "Let's go sit outside." I followed him outside, where we ran from the back door to the gazebo, getting pretty wet on the way. It was already pouring. I have a nice setup under my backyard gazebo. It has a mini bar, a few wicker sofas, a TV, and mini fire pit. As we usually would, I turned on the fire pit and TV, and my son and I just laid back and relaxed. listening to the sound of the pouring rain and constant thunder. The thunder would get louder and louder as we sat out there, and the time between the flashes of lightning and cracks of thunder was getting shorter and shorter. The bulk of the storm was getting closer to us. The lightning was getting so bright and frequent that it was genuinely starting to light up the entire backyard anytime it flashed. And my backyard is big, with woods covering 2 edges of it. Perhaps after the biggest flash of lightning yet, my son squealed and pointed out towards the backyard. "What?" I said, to which he said he saw someone standing in the backyard. I stood up and walked to the edge of the gazebo. I couldn't see anything in the dark, so I was waiting for another flash of lightning. The next few flashes of lightning were too small to fully see into the yard, but when the next earth-rumbling flash of lightning struck, I saw what he meant. There was someone indeed standing out in my backyard by the woods. I told my son to go rush inside and turn on the backyard lights. He did so without question, and I stood in place waiting. About 10 seconds later, all the backyard lights were on, but I didn't see the person way out in my backyard anymore. I waited for more lightning to maybe help see. But even with the lightning, I didn't see them anymore. They were gone. He, she, whatever, I didn't know.
Oh, you saw
All I knew was that there was someone walking around my yard, and that didn't sit right with me. I went inside the house and locked all the doors, but kept the backyard lights on. I even turned on the front yard lights too. I didn't want to tell my wife, but my son had already done so anyway. So when she was all concerned and asking if we should phone the police, I lied to her and told her I saw the person out there leave. She asked if it was a man or woman, to which I replied woman, as it sounded less scary. For the rest of the night, the three...
If I saw a woman,
Right, like I'm like, no, that bitch is crazy.
No, bitch.
She's got a weapon
Oh
for
my
sure.
God.
She's nuts. Like, no, I think like you say a dude, it's like, oh, that's a creepy ass dude. Okay, we need to make sure we just keep our eyes peeled. You say it's a woman, it's like, oh shit,
All out in a
lock all the doors.
That bitch is a savage.
Yeah.
She's a fucking savage. If she's outside in the thunderstorm, staring at you, looking at you, a grown ass man, like no,
Yeah,
bitch.
no, that shit is dumb, bro.
Just watched a movie in the living room.
Don't
The
sound
storm
that's-
still overhead.
that's scary.
Eventually, it was my son's bedtime, so my wife tucked him in and then came back to the living room, and we started watching something else. We still heard the thunder outside.
Hopefully it wasn't that scary.
Eventually, I went back to the den to turn off the outside lights, front and backyard. When I went up to the living room, my son was standing at his bedroom door, scared, saying there's someone at his window.
No.
My wife and I looked at each other and yelled, "What?" I pulled him away from his doorway, and then I stood at the doorway, looking at the window, waiting for the lightning. When the lightning struck, no one was at his window, but I believed him. Someone was out there, that much was already established. I told my wife and child to stay inside while I go out and look, even though my wife didn't want me to do that. I grabbed a baseball bat from the closet and stormed out into the rain after turning all the lights back on.
Better grab the
I started
gat.
in the front of the house, then worked my way to the side, then the back. I looked under the tables, in the gazebo, under the deck, and when I thought the backyard was clear, the last side to check was the right side of the house. I would begin to walk towards the side of the house, and instantly saw a person in a hood, but I only saw half of their face and head. They were peering around the corner of the house. Most of their face and all of their body was hidden behind the wall. If I had to guess, I'd say it looked more like a man. I screamed, but I also ran in that direction with the bat
I
raised up.
screamed.
The person disappeared behind the corner. When I made it past that corner, they were gone. Even with all the lights on, I didn't see anyone there. I went back inside and told the two of them that it was okay, that I chased the man away. But my wife did not like to hear that it was a man. I made sure to close all the blinds in the house now. Luckily, we weren't bothered again by that man. My son slept in our bed with us that night just because he was so scared, and I understand why. I didn't see it, but I can only imagine how scarring it was to see a man standing at his window at the young age of 6.
Bruh. We'd have moved immediately. We're like, all right, we're putting this shit up for sale. We're out.
The city in which I live almost never gets any rainfall, so when we do, it's a pretty exciting thing. The kids like to go out and play around, the farmers are thankful that their crops will thrive, and it's just a nice piece of scenery. The last time there was a big thunderstorm, my friends and I were all playing some game together, though I can't remember which one it was. I knew the thunderstorm was rolling in when everybody's microphone played the same sound of the first thunder, and it was big. When I heard it, I thought it was a gunshot or firework. Then I saw the lightning outside my window and hopped over to my bed to see the storm forming. What I saw was much more unsettling. Across the street from me was a man. He wore a gray hoodie and some jeans. He looked fairly tall, though not too muscular, and he was just standing there. I couldn't tell if he was looking at me or not, as his face was obscured. Then he started to walk down the street, so he wasn't looking at me. I felt relieved, yet still a bit paranoid. I got back on the game with my friends, and we continued to play. About 15 minutes later, the storm had fully started. I told the four of them I was leaving to go watch the storm.
I'ma stare
I'd be
at
back in a
you
while.
until you done
I
staring
walked
at
out
me,
front and
bitch.
stood under the porch,
No.
watching as the lightning flashed and the rain struck the ground in a soothing rhythm. Then I looked down the street to my left, and there he was, the man, standing at the corner of the street. I was scared a bit, but I still had my head trying to reason this out. It's not uncommon for townspeople to stand out in the rain. It is a rare occurrence after all, so I paid little attention to it. After about 5 more minutes, I decided to go back inside. As I opened the door, I turned to where the man had stood. He was gone now, which made for a more eerie scene. I walked inside, where 2 of my little siblings were dancing to a Bubble Guppies song. My other 2 siblings were in their rooms, doing who knows what. I went back to my room, but instead of playing the game again, I decided to go do something else. Though I didn't know what to do. Then I heard the all too familiar buzzing of my phone when I received a text. I picked it up and opened the messenger. It was an unknown number. They had sent me 2 texts. The first read, "Have you forgotten?" And the next read, "I know you didn't." My first thoughts were the man that I had seen outside, but then I thought of how slim those chances were. How would he have gotten my number? Why would he target me for whatever he was trying to do? I decided my friends were pulling a prank on me and decided to check. I went to the group chat and asked if anyone had been prank texting me. They all swore that they weren't, though it's hard to tell over text if they were lying. I decided to believe them and went to watch TV. Some time had passed, how long exactly I don't remember, when there came a ring at the door. It was way too late for visitors, so who could this be?
You better.
The postal service?
That's all you need.
I checked the time on my phone. 12:19.
No, at 7.
Definitely too late for visitors. I peered through my blinds in an effort to see who it was, but I couldn't. The rain was coming down so hard it was like a blanket of mist was everywhere. Then one of the gunshot thunders sounded. My head slammed into the window, making a thud sound. There was movement by the door. It was a person running off. I could only assume it was the man from earlier. No, I knew it was the man from earlier. How could these events not all add up? I wanted to call the cops, but I had no proof the man had been there. He just left without a trace. I decided to try and sleep and got about 3 hours worth. When a gunshot thunder woke me up, I shot up, then froze. Then I relaxed a little, and another loud bang sounded. But this one wasn't thunder. This one came from my window. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't let whoever was out there know I was awake. What if they knew? I decided to just take a peek through my blinds. What I saw next was probably the scariest thing I'd ever seen. It was the man with his hands pressed against the window, and I could only assume he was staring at me. The scariest part was his mouth. His eyes were mainly covered in shadow, but there was enough light to see his mouth, and it was smiling. It was such a big, maniacal smile I didn't even know was possible for a human to make. Then he stood and left. Just like that, he walked into the rainy night from which he came. I sat awake in my chair, but I guess I fell asleep somewhere along the road. When I woke, I was confused as to why I was in my chair. Then I remembered the previous night's events, and I darted to the window for whatever reason. When I pulled the blinds up, there was one thing I could see. A small piece of paper taped to my window. On it were 3 words that have now haunted my dreams. Have you forgotten? I haven't had any further experience with the man.
What does
I
that
hope I don't
mean?
have to.
That would be freaky as shit. Have you forgotten? Like, now you'd remember every little thing you ever did. Every time you jaywalked. Fucking everything. You know
It was a night I was working late. The weather outside was awful, and I was just leaving my job to go home. It was about 12 a.m. during a thunderstorm. I used to drive a 2005 Ford Fusion, a little car not ideal for crappy weather and roads. I was taking my usual route home, and the rain was so bad that even having the windshield wipers on the highest setting didn't help that much. I still could barely see. I was going 40 miles per hour on a 55 mile per hour road. That's how bad it was. There were no other cars around me. Then, when I least expected it, through the water building up too quickly for my wipers to handle, thus partially blocking my view, I saw someone dressed in white running across the road from one side of the woods to the other. I saw them almost too late. I had to slam on the brakes and swerve to avoid hitting them. I swerved and lost control onto the grass before crashing head-on into a tree. The airbag deployed and my whole body jerked forward into it. I couldn't even believe what just happened at first. I was in shock. I knew immediately my car was totaled, but when I slowly started to accept what just happened, I started to look around my car for the person that just ran across the road randomly. I was currently in the middle of a quiet highway with no buildings nearby for miles and no cars to be seen. There should have been no one walking around here, especially in this weather this late. It was a work night and extremely late, so I was nervous nobody would pick up. The first person I called was my brother, who didn't pick up after several attempts. He was definitely asleep. I tried my sister next, with equal results. I didn't want to have to involve either of my parents in this, but with no other option, I called my dad on his house phone, which was sure to wake him up. He picked up on the last ring, and I explained the situation. I told him I'd need assistance, and didn't know what number to call for a tow. After ensuring that I was okay and that I had no injuries, he gave me the number for our family's roadside assistance company to call. He said he'd get dressed and drive over to me. His house was about 10 to 15 minutes away. My dad also told me to get out of the car to look for whoever was crossing the street and to keep my doors locked. When we hung up, I stayed in the car, nervously looking around every window, though not seeing much because of the pouring rain. I truly was so scared that I was about to piss my pants, knowing someone was out there, wondering if they intentionally ran in front of my car. I called our roadside assistance company. They were sending a tow truck right away. About 10 minutes passed since the phone call with my dad now, and I texted my dad, "Are you on your way yet?" He texted back, "Yes." I had my hazards on, though I'm sure the car being ran into a tree would help enough in finding me. I turned to my right, as if I instinctively knew someone was there, and I jumped out of my seat and screamed at the top of my lungs as I felt like my heart dropped out of my body. There was a soaking wet man in white, looking into my car with his mouth hung open in an O shape and his eyes squinted. He then put his hands on the glass and started to rub the windows. I didn't know what he was doing, but I yelled at him to go away. He started to try opening the locked door, and when it wouldn't open, he started to pound his fists on the glass. He did all of this with his mouth still hanging open in that weird O shape. I didn't know what to do other than call my dad again. He picked up, and I basically cried into the phone that there was a random man trying to get into my car. My dad screamed into the phone not to open the doors, and that he's almost here. He stayed on the line with me as the man outside started to hit the window with his elbow, causing me to scream, and my dad to panic into the phone. Surprisingly, the glass didn't shatter, and as if my prayers were answered, I saw headlights approaching from down the road and pull up behind my car. The man outside looked to the other car, which happened to be my dad's, and as my dad stepped out of his car and charged at this creep, the creep tried to run away into the woods, but my dad tackled him, and I swear beat his face in to the point that his face would have been completely covered in blood if it weren't for the heavy rain washing some of it away. He held the man down as I called the police. The tow truck driver arrived on scene first, and he was of course shocked at the unusual scenario he just pulled up to.
Right.
Police showed up not long after that, and it was the most satisfying feeling seeing that man arrested. Not only was he charged criminally, but we pressed charges for the damages to my car. His name is Marcus Green. I never showed up to court. My father and our lawyer did. I didn't want to see that man ever again. The disturbing face he was making, along with seeing him striking my car to break in, is something that will stay with me for a long time.
That would be
He probably was gonna kill her. He probably did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Tried to like make her swerve and then fucking, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy as shit to fucking see, like, and to be a part of and witness and all that shit. Like, yeah. All right, let's do this Mr. Spooks one.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. But before we begin, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new uploads. Alright, let's begin. On June 17th, 2022, a British YouTube channel known as Hunting the Unknown published a video in which the channel owner ventures out to an allegedly haunted and abandoned monastery late at night. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, right?
Yeah,
that's certainly true, but even still, Nothing could prepare this uploader for what you would soon encounter shortly after hitting the record button.
Yeah, Mr.
Throughout the
Nightmare's
video, we see him exploring various different areas, and while everything seems to be in pretty rough shape, he doesn't actually see anything necessarily terrifying. But that changes at around the 23-minute mark, when this can be seen in one of the rooms.
That's creepy, mate, like that.
People are wild. I definitely gonna be by my fucking self. Oh, there was a shadow in there. See, I thought I saw a shadow, but I couldn't quite tell for sure. But there definitely was a little fucking shadow in there.
Although it appears as though the uploader didn't see it at the time, if you look carefully, you can see a dark figure standing in one of the rooms. Upon uploading the video, Hunting the Unknown believes that this figure looks eerily like the creepy nun Valak from the Conjuring film series. What do you think this eerie figure is? Was it harmful or peaceful? Was this just some strange prank? Or was it a setup?
Is it harmful
Let me know
or
your thoughts
peaceful?
in
I
the
don't think
comments
that
below.
anything that looks like that is fucking peaceful, but you know, we can have wishful thinking.
A TikTok user named Dustin, username WoodmanC115, posted a video to his account in September of 2021 in his work office, where he explains that recently he has been experiencing some truly
You know what that shit
unbelievable.
remind me of? Is that fucking song, fucking from Goodberg. I'm a dude, you're a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes. Hey, he's fucking showering in the fucking his uniform and shit.
Paranormal encounters while working.
Man.
Just so he can prove this to the world and to his followers, he decides to pull out his camera to see if he can document this happening in real time. And sure enough, that's exactly what ends up happening. Take a look.
So it's happening again. Some crazy
traffic cones in your
paranormal
office
shit
for?
going on. It's just me. There's no one else around.
I
There's no
leave. I
freaking
quit.
strings.
Look, he ran. Yeah, fuck that, bro.
Among
I'm
the
out.
creepy things that happen at the short time frame of this video, we can see Dustin's computer turning on all by itself, and then just a couple of seconds later, the cupboard door above also seems to open without anybody there to do so. Dustin even gets close up to the cupboard door a few seconds later, just to prove that there isn't any sort of string attached to the door that would allow for it to open it that way.
He fucking ran
Is
so
this
fast. I
TikToker
would've put my
working
2
in a
weeks
haunted
in.
environment?
You know what? I quit now.
All signs are
Right
definitely
now.
pointing to yes.
Why? I'm gonna send you the video. Done. The fucking place is haunted. Bless you. He ran out of there so quick.
The following video was published to YouTube by a channel known as Henning Dyngvold on January 20th, 2011, and was allegedly filmed after the homeowner had continuously been hearing some strange noises coming from somewhere within the attic. In the video, we watch as the uploader wanders around the house, making his way toward the attic slowly but surely. At around the 15-second mark, it becomes clear that there is definitely something up there. As for what, we're not quite sure yet.
Hallo?
Shit.
Hallo?
sounds like something's running away from him.
His house looks like Alice in Wonderland.
It really does.
Hello? Hello?
No, don't touch it. Don't.
Hello?
Don't touch it. Just walk away from it. Somebody's having a time. Oh no, bitch.
A few moments later, as the YouTuber has made his way to the stairs leading up to the attic, he finds absolutely nothing wrong. He continues to film the area for a few more moments, which is when this happens.
Nigga.
If this video is real, then it's definitely surprising just how calm and
He
relaxed
feet
the
a little bit.
YouTuber was when the door slammed shut so vigorously right in front of his face. Fake or not, it's truly creepy video that will make you deeply uncomfortable the next time you hear some strange noises inside your house.
Yeah, fuck that. I would have left. I would have seen that shit. I'd be like, yeah, it's time to go. Time to burn that shit down to the ground.
This next video looks like something you would see pulled straight out of a horror movie. But if this video is authentic, then it seems as though TikTok user Aki Videos is living a real-life nightmare. In the video, we see him filming a room in his house directly across from him. He explains that with the lights turned on, the interior of the room looks to be completely normal. It's just an average bedroom that you see every day, with nothing out of the ordinary. But when he turns the lights off, it's a completely different story.
Alright, tell me I'm on f***ing crack. Every time I turn off the light, there's like a shadow there. Watch. You see that? What the f***?
Where?
Right there.
What the f***? Tell me I'm not on f***ing crack, dude. Hell no. What the f***? Dude, I'm out of here. Ma.
Bruh, I saw that shit even before they enhanced it.
As you can see, as soon as the lights get turned off, a creepy shadow-like figure can be seen standing ominously in the bedroom, much to the bewilderment and terror of the uploader. Ever since its upload, many commenters have been deeply frightened and confused by this eerie clip, questioning what could possibly be standing in this TikTok
I just
user's
left the light
bedroom.
on. I'd left the light on.
Even
Walk
if it turns
downstairs,
out
like,
that there
you know
isn't
what?
some strange ghost of some sort living inside his
I'm just
house,
leave this shit on.
it's
Cause
still
I'ma do me.
spine-tingling. Maybe it's best that this TikTok user moves to a different house before anything worse
Facts.
can happen.
Sell it. Time to go.
That's all you gotta do is look at me, and I'm like, all right, bitch, I'm out. I'm out.
Early on this video, we talked about the creepy nun Balak from the Conjuring film series, potentially appearing in a YouTuber's monastery investigation. It seems as though that YouTuber wasn't the only one to have allegedly spotted the creepy entity. In the following video, published to TikTok by Pen Paranormal, the uploader is driving near the house that The Conjuring is based on, which obviously looks quite creepy as it is, but it's what the uploader films right next to it that's even creepier. Take a look and see. As you can see, a strange nun-like
so
figure
it's
is
CGI.
seemingly standing right next to the terrifying house. And as you can tell, the nun in question looks strikingly similar to the nun Balak from the series.
The phone looks too.
Is this somebody dressing up in a costume in order to scare any and all who pass by?
Cappy on that one.
Is this a strange trick of the light? Perhaps this was one big setup. But what if it is real? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section
Jacob
down
said,
below.
nah, I'm too high for this. Y'all have a good one.
And that was 5 scary
Trey.
videos. I
Oh,
hope you enjoyed
man.
the video, and if you did, then subscribe so
Shit out of everybody.
All right. Well, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who, you know, came and hung out with us and shit, and you know, just vibed and had a good time. You know what I mean? Make sure I hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. We go live 3 times a week: Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, today's Friday, so we'll go live again on Sunday. We'll upload videos again tomorrow. We upload at least 1 video. I try to do two to 4 every day. There are random days where maybe I only get 1, but for the most part, 2 to 4, 7 days a week, 3 lives a week. And yeah, so make sure I hit that subscribe button, and also think about hitting that join button down below. Become a member as well. There's 3 different options. You got the $2.99 option, the $4.99 option, and the $9.99 option. But like I said, if you don't want to join, just subscribe, because that's free $9.99. Subscribe. That's free $9.99. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Shout out to Wifey for coming and hanging out with us as well. Appreciate you, babe. Love you. And so yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.